Man, I completely forgot. Damn, yo, I got me a big thing of soda. I don't drink soda. You know we gonna get lit tonight. This is like alcohol for me. I shouldn't be drinking. The Canada Dry ginger ale, all sugar, nothing healthy about it. But here we are. Damn, this thing got 66 grams of sugar per cup. Yeesh. That's like 200, 300. Hmm. Gotta play Veilguard, man. I'm giving it a shot. Is it any good? A lot of people want to know. Oh, we're gonna find out today. Today we running through the story. We're gonna do some more story. So be ready. It's going down. Going down. Should be a good one. Let's load it. Let's just do it. Do I have the shirt on backwards? I do. Wow. Who would have thought? Bro, I tried to switch my shirt right before the stream. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, it's one of those days. All right, so we're gonna start off by talking about this game and giving y'all my feelings. I feel like I'm like 20 hours in on this game, and I this game has made me realize something, and I have a lot to say about that. It has nothing to do with the game, by the way, but it does. So I've been a person who's escaped the internet. I was in the music. I was 17. I had my own website for music. I was selling like merchandise on there. I was selling my music on there for like 99 cents. On the grind, performing everywhere I could, doing everything I can. And it was a really good time. Learned a lot, but I wasn't an internet person. You know what I mean? Not when it comes to hanging out on there and social media and stuff. And then, excuse me, 10 years ago, I got into the gaming industry. Almost 10 years ago. Next year will make 10 years. But I got into the gaming industry somewhat, started a YouTube channel, doing all the social media stuff. But I still never been a social media guy. And I'm also not. I'm just not. Not me. Never let the internet affect me. But for this game, this is probably the first game where I was saying I'm not gonna play it. I saw the reviews, I'm not gonna play it. It wasn't the reviews, it was just a couple skeptical people that made me question it. And then I ended up getting a copy. Somebody hooked me up. And I'm 20 hours in now. So I got a lot to say about it. But outside of the game, I just started thinking like, I'm not gonna let nobody influence me, man. You gotta do the same. Don't let people affect your thoughts and opinions. And don't let them control you. No, don't let them affect the way you live, the way you think, the what you experience. If it's something you really want to try it. That's what I got to say before we get started. That's how I feel. And the reason I came to that conclusion is because I don't know how I feel about this game yet. I haven't finished it. But I can say this is like the biggest compliment. I'm gonna post it up. I'm gonna post it on social media before I say it because this is a good little quote. Here it is. If someone asked me about Dragon Age Veilguard, I would tell them that the game is like comfort food. It isn't anything extraordinary, special, crazy gourmet meal, but it's also not anything terrible. Like decent. It's decent everywhere. It's not like, oh, this is the worst game made. It's not the best game made. Just like there. And it's a good time. There's a lot of good stuff to be had in here. In my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Hey, what's going on, Jay? What's going on, D? What's going on, Storm? What's going on, Alexis? Shout out to Viviana. Shout out to Mike. I see you guys. Thank y'all for coming by. I hope y'all enjoying your night. It's Sunday. And actually, oh my god, I gotta watch the Penguin show. I thought I was gonna stream the whole night. I am not. I'm gonna watch the Penguin show in 2 hours. That's crazy. I forgot. I can't believe I forgot. That Penguin show is so good, it's crazy. It's crazy how good that show is. Let me go and fix my thumbnail before we get started, guys. Yeah, that video's not doing good. I've been slacking on my videos. It's okay. We get this thumbnail in there. I'm trying to upload a thumbnail. There it is. Thumbnails uploaded are locked in. Just gotta type in the name of the game. Penguin is the best show out right now, and it's probably gonna win a lot of awards. It should win all the awards. It's really that good. I don't watch a lot of TV. I'm not entertained. If your first episode sucks, I'm done with you. I don't care about waiting to see if it gets better. I don't wait. I don't got time for that. And somehow the Penguin show has delivered, at least for me. Oh. Alright, there we go. I put the thumbnail up. Good. But yeah, that show is crazy. But yeah, that's how I feel about this game, man. I've been enjoying it. But I'm not like over the moon, like it's the greatest of all time or something. I have not watched Ring of Power. I don't even know what that is, man. I'm uneducated on whatever that is. Hey, wait a minute. How do I get over there? Hey, we about to start the story, by the way, y'all. Get to the lighthouse. Ring of Power, is that like the Lord of the Rings or what's the name of the other guys? Game of Thrones or something? Here we go. Look at this. Get it.
Usually have to dodge traps and fight spiders to see this much old elven stuff. Talk to Isabella if you want to sell any of it. She'll get you a good deal.
Spoken like a veteran treasure hunter.
Yep. For gold and glory. The lords make runs no one else can. Isabella's undies would catch fire if she saw all this.
Yeah, be careful, no stealing.
Feel free to use the ancient elven artifacts for weight training, but nothing leaves with you, okay?
Don't worry about that. The Lords of Fortune aren't thieves.
I mean, aren't you, though?
Nah. Anything we hunt is salvage. Old forgotten ruins and crap. And we make sure we're not screwing over a culture that lost it. That's what my mother does with the Kunari stuff.
We should do this again. Grab a drink, share our tallest tales.
Okay, I was gonna go back to Ravane later. Got a thing to do for my mother. You can come along, if you want.
Do I need to be ready for combat or traps?
Nah.
All right. Just let me know when.
I'm doing that right now. She's a new character I just picked up, so absolutely making it do what it do. Shout out to everybody, man. I hope y'all having a blessed day. Just getting into the grand finale here. Not the grand finale. I feel like I got way more to play, but deeper into it. Deeper down the rabbit hole we go. Did you not get this character? I thought you got her. Won't everybody get him?
Ah, Rook. Care to join me on a visit home?
Time for the old grave rituals?
Yes, the memorial gardens need tending. It should be peaceful and quite undisturbed. You'd be most welcome company.
I'm getting a lot of new quests. I thought I was going to do main story, but it looks like I'm going to end up doing side quests for a while. Doing the side quests. Let's go. What are these people called? Quinari? Is it Quinari? Remember, I don't know anything about this stuff, man. I'm just playing the game, dude. Oh, by the way, I went and did some research for everybody watching. I went and did some research and actually took the time to see trying to find the new outfit. To learn all the lore about Dragon Age, this series. Like literally, even the comic books or whatever they had. Literally researched it all real quick. And it's not great. It's not bad, but it's not great. I don't know what y'all was gassing up this series like it was the greatest storyline. Mediocre. I think the fun is in the journey of you interacting with everybody and going through your own experience. I think that's what makes it fun. And makes it more interesting. It wasn't that interesting from the quick recap that I got. I watched like a 2-hour recap of everything. I was like, it's all right. It wasn't that like, oh my god, this isn't crazy. It's just like very general too. So many different.
You shouldn't have to deal with all that.
You know, this and that and da da da. This faction, and you're kind of just like trying to keep up with all the factions. You're like, oh my god. Look who's back.
Hey, you heard of the Hall of Valor? It's a fighting arena with the Lords.
Interesting.
Just tell me when you're ready.
We're doing all them missions. I guess we only doing side missions, guys. Cause I gotta watch this Penguin show. But yeah, I wasn't that into it, man. I don't know. I don't know. By the way, I should just look, right? I could see who I could talk to and who's. Here it goes. 2 on the right. Quest over there. 2 on the right. Yeah, that's the best thing about Dragon Age. It's nice and simple. Yeah, it was just like, oh, you know, it started off like I'm trying to remember.
The fires are lit.
The what are the zombie people called again? I completely forgot their names. Um, whatever. The people that are the dark, the evil ones. They were like, they're not. He's like, I didn't choose to be a freaking blight. I didn't choose this. The blight took over us. They were explaining that it wasn't like they were like, let me be evil. It's like they got stuck with it and they used it. They did whatever they had to do. That was how like the origin story of them.
It looks like our boy Hassan is feeling his oats, or whatever Griffins feel.
He's getting the hang of it when he listens.
He seems to be able to handle himself so far.
You got lucky the Gloomhowler didn't tear you to pieces, boy. You wait for my command. We attack together. Then we can kill stuff like that.
At least he's learning.
The instincts kick in. Griffins see darkspawn and it's a fight to the death. Like wolves hunting deer.
Darkspawn.
Just need to corral it.
You'd never know it to look at him. Seems friendly enough.
As long as he likes you.
So, what I'm hearing, Hassan is, gingerwort truffles for life?
Every muscle in him, every talon, every feather, honed into a killing machine. Hassan's ancestors took on archdemons.
Like his name says, he's an arrow.
Half lion, half eagle, with the instincts of both, Griffins will always be hunters.
Just like his daddy, Davrin.
I suppose we are our nature.
Not sure about that?
Most of my life I've hunted the darker things in the world.
Sorry.
No. These
Give it.
It's
Given this one. Trying to speed run. Yeah, the dark spawns explained when I watched the recap that they didn't choose that. They got stuck with the light, and they just did whatever they could. Pretty interesting little tidbit about them. Let me check this here. By the way, I haven't purchased anything, man. I've been able to get through
Earns mastery.
instantly. That homeboy's trying to raise me up. I skipped his ass, bro. I don't want to hear it. Where? Oh, I missed this girl. Let's go to this guy first, and then he's finally back. I chose to betray him. Well, not betray him, abandon him
Well,
earlier.
Suppose you left it?
close enough. I think the caretaker's been tidying up. Rook, now's not the best time to chat. Let's talk later.
Later then.
The heck? They made me go over there just for that? I don't want to hear from me, bro. But yeah, I kind of abandoned his city to help the other city. Spoilers. And yeah, it is what it is.
I cannot say.
Who created you?
I cannot say.
What can you say?
I cannot say.
Right. Deserve that.
Got the archive spirit working, I see.
Rook, you're here. And I did, sort of. A little bit. It appears, but it won't tell me anything.
You simply ask the wrong questions. A common affliction of the weak-minded.
Also that, it's kind of mean.
said, show it who's boss.
You should remind that thing who's in charge.
That's an idea. Syrian learned a lot, taught me a lot about these archives. They have, well, not thoughts like us, but sort of pathways, I guess. They can only respond to specific questions worded in specific ways. So, if you're powerful, like almost God level powerful, how would you talk to someone you see as lesser?
Really condescendingly, based on experience so far.
Right! You wouldn't ask questions, you'd tell them what to do, so let's try that. Archive, tell me who built you.
One of the greatest of Elvenan, a steward of her glory. Truly, I was blessed to bathe in his warmth. Anaris built me, and to him I shall someday return.
You mean the Forgotten One?
I cannot say.
Good point. It came later.
What do you mean by it came later?
Oh, I meant later after Elvenon fell. We didn't call them the Forgotten Ones till after that. They were the bad gods. Disease, pestilence, weren't supposed to speak their names. Not like the good gods, you know, Elgernon, Gillenane. But now we know the truth about the Evanurus. So we don't know for sure what the Forgotten Ones were, I mean. They used to say Solus was one, so best case scenario like him. Worst case, well, you heard it talk.
Right. So this thing's dangerous if it belonged to one of them.
Could be, but still important and invaluable. Everything Anaris knew, this thing knows, and my people deserve to know. If I can get it to tell me.
You have a chance to learn more about your people. Go for it. Just be careful and try not to break anything.
Right. Thanks, Rook.
All thanks must be given to Anaris, for he will cast down the oppressive Evanuris and take his rightful place.
What a shame I can't stay longer. Good luck.
Appreciate the support.
That was just stupid. Just gonna be honest. I don't mind when there's good lore. That was just stupid. The damn robot. Hurry up. Speak. That I'm interested in what Bella has to say. You're hilarious. Everybody watching on other channels, there's a guy who consistently says I'm like into that character. I don't mind her. She's funny. Right? Like she's hilarious, but I actually could care less about it. She has the healing ability, top tier. Bam, insta heal. You know what I mean? What's going here? So I have some crazy items. Check this out. Everybody watching. Like, you want to see my build so far? This thing is absolutely outrageous. All right, so this is the main course of the build. It says all hits with this weapon apply bleed. So every single time I hit someone with this weapon, it applies bleed. It stacks up 6 bleeding stacks. All right, which is outrageously good. Top tier stuff. Then you come down here. There's another, where is it? This one? All right, so all afflictions that I apply turn to burn instead. This is an experiment. So if I put bleed, if I put ice, if I put anything, it turns to burn. And then all of a sudden I have the bees, which does its own damage. It's gonna be crazy. Then I have necro ability, which is insane. And then I got more bleed damage on there. So pretty much everything I'm doing is a status effect that will turn to fire and burn people. Now, bleed is better than fire, in my opinion. So I'm just testing it. All I got to do is remove this and keep my bleed build going. I changed it because I put this on. But I still got a long way to go. I'm still working on it. But it's amazing. The bleed build's amazing. And this secondary one, which is turning it all to burn, double stacks with my abilities. Right? And then so this is where I currently have it. I changed it because I'm testing other stuff. So this right here is pretty dope. Right? So the status effect. Bang, 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 bang. Now check this. Check this. So this is what I have right now. I'm going to take this off a little later and just focus on status effects. Once I get to 30, I'm not at 30 yet. But once I get to 30, I'm respecking everything. At the moment, I don't care. But later, I'm going to respec it and then I'm going to focus on the real finalized version of the build. I'm testing different items, different skills. But it's going to be pretty wild. I might go with Duelist. Really like Duelist. You know, just to be able to single target somebody with that right there. Turn that Necromancer into bleed as well. Gonna be outrageous. So just a lot of little things that I'm working on. Again, I'm just chilling right now. I'm not even trying right now. Cool. Speaking of that, what did I get new? Here we go. All right, so we got some new quests. We're gonna do those. He said, correct. Bleed is better than fire. It's definitely learning the ways. Yeah, I'm pretty fast at learning, man. I took a little time yesterday when I got off stream. Sometimes I'll get off stream just because I don't want to bore people sometimes. I'll get off stream and just study a couple stats and stuff like that. Yep. Cloudy Chip is in the chat. What's going on, brother, from another mother, man? Hope you're doing good. What's going on with you? Let's go do these quests. I'm going to start off with the girl over here. Try to get to wherever she's at. All the way over here. Looks like I'm enjoying it. It's all right, man. I ain't mad at it. You feel me? It ain't bad, bruh. It ain't bad. Let me grab this guy. I haven't played with this character. Got back? Oh, congratulations. Hey, we got to talk sometime this week. Tell me about your trip. Everybody watching Cloudy Chips, my brother from another, my co-op partner. For those that know, y'all know. He used to be my co-op partner. I think he retired from being my co-op partner for the past year. He was in Spain, so just got back. Yeah, it's good to have you, man. Yeah, this game is pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. It ain't like the greatest game. I don't recommend it for everybody. It's very particular. No, it's an RPG, so you're dealing with a lot of like dialogue and like building friendships and building what's it called? building faction, things like that. Growth with the factions and stuff like that. Stuff like that. I said, Cloudy, this dude Mag got legendary weapons. Yes, sir. Just got back. He definitely invested. Yeah, man. I mean, you just do a couple missions. It's not that hard to get, to be honest. It's just like chests that are in the open world or like a side mission. You do a side mission. I got all that from doing side missions. I was doing the faction missions and I ended up getting all those. Apache. Is this the legendary Apache? Is this the actual speed runner who did the blind run of Metal Gear? Is that you, brother? I don't have YouTube open to see if it's really you or some fake. Sometimes they be coming in here, man. You never know nowadays. You know, with ChatGPT. If it's you, Apache, man, sending love and peace to you. I haven't seen you in the chat in a long time. For everybody that doesn't know who he is, he's a big time, in my opinion, big time speedrunner, world records, or just amazing stuff like playing a Metal Gear game blindfolded, speedrunning it, things like that that are one of a kind for the community. You know, it's an amazing thing to have somebody like that be that good and share their experience and be, you know, a personality, let's just say. So show him love, show him support. He's a hard worker, dedicated to my favorite series. So you gotta love that, and you gotta give him his credit. Props. Hold on, let me read some of the chat. I'm sorry, I just went off on a tangent. Should I buy this game? Yo, Apache, I don't know, man. Like you shouldn't buy no game. If you have to ask somebody else, you shouldn't buy it. That's how I feel. It's an RPG, like it's really through and through. You're gonna sit there through dialogue, build relationships, kind of go through what a typical RPG has. It's nothing new, spectacular. That's like, yo, this is the greatest game I've ever played. It's nothing like that. It's kind of like, hey, this is cool. This is straight. I'm big into lore. Yeah, this has a lot of lore. It has a lot of good dialogue. It's not the greatest story where you're like, oh my god, this is the Last of Us type of story, but it's not bad. He said, that's me, brother. And then Days Ahead. Wait a minute, isn't that, what's the name? Is that the name? Days Ahead. Isn't that Apache's partner? So sorry. Homegirl, you know who you are. I can't even say your name. It's Days, right? Days Ahead. I think that's what they call you. You said you're watching with him, no doubt. Peace and love to you guys. Peace and love. Send blessings. Another Metal Gear head in the building. All right, you're trying to decide if you should get it. Here it goes. I'm going to go ahead and give you a review, man. How about that? Let's do it. Let's do it. So first of all, I am like 20 hours in. It says 24, but I'm really like under that because sometimes I get on a stream and I'm just chatting and I just talk to the stream while the game is on. So it'll be like mostly hanging out, not actually playing. So don't believe that, but I'm at least 20 hours into the story, maybe, I would say. So that's all I got. I can't give you full game experience. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sponsored. Nobody's trying to like, you know, oh, this is what I'm saying because they paid me. None of that. This is just my honest opinion. I never played a Dragon Age game, so I can't tell you if the first one, the third one, the fifth one's better. This morning was the first time I went through the lore and I looked at every detail of the series as far as the story. I was like, oh, it's all right. It wasn't nothing special either. It's just like, oh, the dark spawns are gonna kill everybody with the blight, and you gotta save them and deal with all the factions, and they're having drama with each other. You gotta help them and kill the dragon. And that was pretty much the lore. But for this game, it's interesting. You're building relationships and friendships like a regular RPG. You're building this very cool HUD, which I'm actually gonna go to right now. I hope this ain't no spoiler, but I'll go over there right now for you, man. So you have your HUD, and in this HUD, all those people are there. You can have your little conversations to try to network and build with them. They're all over the map, as you can see right here. I'm not going to spoil it too heavily, but all over the map. So that's a part of the importance of understanding that system. And that goes into the story. I can tell you which story, it's a personal opinion. It's like, what type of pizza you like? Just cheese? This is a cheese pizza. Do you want pepperonis? You like, meat on there? Would you want freaking pineapples on there? Like, what are you looking for? That's the conversation to have. And then you have to decide if the story is for you. But gameplay wise, it's very fun. It's an action RPG. You're hacking and slashing. I'm going to showcase some of it in a second. And I'm going to skip all these stories, by the way. But so there are consequences, I can tell. There's some big consequences that I could tell later on. Hold on a second. I'm just kind of making the decisions. Certain consequences that are going to be like major, that I was like, yo, this is ridiculous. There was one of them that really changed some dynamics. I don't want to spoil none of that type of stuff, but there's some of that. So I thought it was well designed. It's well designed visually, gameplay wise. It's not like I'm like, yo, this game's trash. It's a decent experience, but it ain't some revolutionary master new experience. So that's where I'm at with it. And apologies, I wasn't reading. I wanted to get all that off. I give it a solid 8. I'm not deep into RPGs, friendship building, relationship building as much as most people, but I like them once in a while.
Lucanus? Where is he?
And the combat's cool. It's fun. I've been having fun with that. So, hold on. I'm just looking to see. This guy's gone. Oh, there he is. I'm about to go do that. Like the first one, so it's kind of fell off. Interesting. Co-host, apologies. I wasn't reading. I know you a co-host. You, what's this guy's name? Naruto. I always call him Naruto. I know he probably hate me for that. Naruto and Apache. But yeah, the guy Storm has been in here is talking about this game like he's in love with it. Hey Storm, what do you got to say about it, brother? Go ahead and share some, because you might be able to persuade these people to try it. I personally, like I said, I wouldn't recommend it for certain type of people who just want action. It's like, hey man, you just play Call of Duty, just shoot stuff.
Demon, no further. He isn't standing up.
This is a developing story. Spoiler.
Let us go. Don't make us hurt both of you.
What's going on? Lucanus?
It's not Lucanus, it's the demon. It's taking him over. He's trying to leave.
Smells like jam and brimstone.
Rook, do something.
So, just so everybody knows, this guy has a demon in him. And he's been working with me. He's a good friend. Like, we've been working together. But that demon wants to do his own thing. So, I have decisions to make. Need to reach Luke. Luke doesn't belong to you. I'm gonna type Luke doesn't belong to you. See what they say.
Spite, this man is not your puppet, and stunts like this won't change that.
How did...
He said I love Call of Duty.
Dash?
You tried to walk through the Illuvian in your sleep.
Spite wanted out.
I need coffee.
Are you okay?
Are you sure you're all right?
These Could be better. It's hard for Spy to take control when I'm awake, so I try to stay awake.
You can't just stay awake forever. I think that would kill you.
I'll be more careful next time.
I'm gonna say our mages can help.
We do have magical experts here, you know. Once they put their heads together, they'll fix this.
I already talked to Nev and Belara. Don't worry about it. This won't happen again. And thanks.
Just said, hey, Mag. Oh, no, I'm not even gonna read that. But so that's how I feel. So it's like, if you're into the RPG, you don't mind a decent game. It's not the world's greatest. Why not give it a shot? I will want to say this. It's a sidebar, and I don't even want to get into this topic. Jess just brought it up a little bit. The whole woke, all that stuff. I can care less. There's never been a video game that I cared about if it's a male or female, if it's a black or white. I don't want to hear about that. I don't even like discussing it because I'm entertaining foolishness. It's like, yo, if a game is good, it's good. When I played Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, wasn't thinking if it was a female. It was just a cool game. She can climb. She was shooting things. You know, it was dope at the time. And then you play Uncharted and it's a guy. It's the same game as Tomb Raider, the male version. I can care less. So the controversy in this game from all these people trying to make it into something bigger than it is, shut up. I could care less. I'm not worried about that. If the game is fun and I enjoy it, cool. I don't need to think about that stuff. It's like, so far I play the game and I'm just playing. I created a weird looking ass character, by the way. Like, I don't know what the heck it is. It's like a ram human. That was what I made, and I'm cool with that. I'm not worried. You know what I mean? We sitting here playing aliens and ghosts and magical nonsense. None of that should ever matter. None of it should matter. I don't think about, oh my God, it has to be a, you know, I don't do that. And even with like superheroes, you know, like they made them black. Oh wow, it's the end of the world. Who cares? He's white or black. Just make it a good superhero. If it's a good game, it's a good game. If it's trash, it's trash. Let's just be real about that. Like, you know what I mean? I'm in it to have a good time. As you can see, I'm sitting here with these weirdos, my companions. They're coming in to save the day. It's like, it ain't that deep for me. I'm a Rambo. Thank you. See, now I got a new nickname. I'm Rambo. I like it. I like it. But yeah, don't bother me with that stuff, bro. I get too much YouTube comments about that stupid stuff, and I'm actually annoyed by it. I don't even want to entertain it. It's also like in real life, like I never think about my sisters, who they like. They like boys or girls, or are they having sex with this person, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't think about my family, about who they're sexing. So all that sex or race is like, it's not a part of my conversation. It's not a thought that I need to think about. Like, let people do what they want to do. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
So, Tosh.
You feel me? Let's enjoy the game.
Yep. And you do monsters.
That's how I look at it.
Seems our work's going to overlap.
No, it's not. I handle dragons. You kill monsters.
Just want to play good games. Exactly, Apache. Exactly. Oh, by the way, actually, I haven't been able to keep up with you guys. I wanted to ask you. Here's the thing I was thinking about.
Fair enough.
Speed runs for Metal Gear Solid Delta. All right, Metal Gear Solid Delta is, to me, you don't have to agree, and we could argue about this, is gonna be amazing. Regardless if you are like a purist, you want the original game to be the exact same. let's just say it's gonna be amazing. How do you feel? Because I was one of those people with, like, no loading screens. Oh. Hold on. No loading screens, and then all of a sudden they put the actual levels into the game. But now it's like, oh, you can't speed run faster. I was thinking the speed runs were gonna be faster. I was like, people are gonna be able to beat this in 2 minutes because there's no loading screens. But they put the loading screens back in. So it's kind of a weird thing now. It's like, oh wow, those speedruns I thought were gonna happen are not gonna happen the way they are. I thought. It's changing to the old school way somewhat. Ew. I'm gonna do some runs of it. Yeah, because I feel like one of the things the developer said, he said that they changed the difficulty for the new camera, the new controls, so that it could match, because it was too easy with the new controls and the new camera. So they changed the difficulty a little bit. I don't know what that means, right? We don't know the answer yet, but it's interesting. Where am I supposed to go? Wait, I'm not even in the right area. I'm supposed to go over here. Yeah, let's just go straight over there. Just hope it's fun. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a blast, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Gonna be a blast. I cannot wait.
Hey. Some for you. Some for you. Hey, don't be a dick. That was for the little one. Stupid birds.
Motor, let me help.
Here, let me.
You gotta spread it out. Throw it out in a clump and they fight over it.
I know how to do it.
So do it. Sometimes I practice with the fire out here. It's safer. No people around. Lots of water.
Is it magic or...
It's not magic. My mother says the Kunari used to be closer to dragons. Something in our blood.
The Anton...
Can I pause it? Yeah, so first of all, it is going to be... Let's go. We're going to take a pause from the gameplay, guys. I'm going to talk some Metal Gear real quick. Every once in a while during my streams, somebody brings up a topic I really love, and I'm excited for it, and I start... Do they have any trailers on here? Dude, they do. Let's do it. Okay. So first and foremost, let's talk about it. We just turned into a Metal Gear. First of all, the difficulty that we know and love is going to be there. One thing that I was a little conflicted by, I was like, let them be creative, do new stuff, you know, like Silent Hill 2 added new areas and stuff like that. I'm like, that would be cool. But they staying true. They said they're going to stick to the game plan or what the game was. They want to keep the levels the same, basically. They even got the loading screen the same. And then for combat, all the gameplay, I've studied the gameplay. It definitely is slow. It's definitely not like, you know, Phantom Pain where you're speeding through, running like a maniac. It's very slow and methodical, just like the original to a certain extent. But now you have more fluidity. You know, when the game first released, you couldn't crouch walk, you couldn't do certain things. Now you got all those things. It's gonna make it easier. And the guys like Patchy playing it with blindfolded is crazy, right? Like, people can't beat Metal Gear regular, never mind blindfolded. This guy speed running that type of stuff. So you have to take into account, like, what can Konami do to add that type of challenge? I've had very cool ideas that I shared on my videos. I'm not going to go through all of that, but basically, in my opinion, they should have other modes and other features on top of the game. So it's like, cool, make your remake, do what you do, but let us get extra modes, extra content as well. That's one of my things. And one of the things was the speed run. I talked about it with The Last of Us. The Last of Us Part 1 remake for the PlayStation 4 or 5 or whatever it was. I think it was for 5. they allowed you to put modifiers on the speed run. So now you type it, you put in speed run mode, and it times you. It will not time you during the cutscenes. It only time you during gameplay, and you can throw modifiers in there, change the game a lot to fit the way you want it to fit, to be more difficult, this and that, add extra challenges that were phenomenal in my opinion. And I think that's something that, why wouldn't Konami look at them and say we should steal this idea and throw it into the game so that people could feel a good challenge to replay it? Because I remember the first times trying to play these games, the Metal Gear games, when they're like, oh, you have to beat it in under 6 hours or 5 hours. And I wasn't a speed runner. I was just a Metal Gear fan. And I'm like, how the heck am I supposed to do this? Like, I just got to run and I can't get caught. And at the time, I didn't have speedrun. This is back when they first started releasing. They had these requirements for you to get all of the achievements. And so now all of a sudden, like my mind was blown. Like, how do I do this? There was people doing it, but I wasn't on the internet like that. So I had to figure that out and get good at the game and practice. And it was a lot at that time. But now with the new technology, they can just put these modifiers and add these things that I think could be crazy good, be exciting. You like to see them fix some of the fights? You don't like the Shadow HUD? Well, you don't like the long drawn out chases and the rundowns? Dual mode, I could dig it. The monkey mode, that would be hilarious. Definitely the MGO. I don't even want to talk about MGO because y'all know I'm gonna get started, man. One of my favorite things. It's a fun time to play MGO. So I definitely would be down. But to each his own, there's no wrong answer on what they do. Like, they're gonna do what they want to do. They haven't talked about the online. I'm a little worried. When they first announced this game, they were talking about online features. And then ever since then, they've avoided that conversation for the most part. But they're gonna have one. It's in November. Mark my words. In the next 2 weeks, they will have another big announcement, probably some raw gameplay. And then we'll be able to see, what is this? Oh, okay, this is one of the first trailers. But we'll probably get to see, and mark my words, in the next 2 weeks, we're gonna get more information, important information before the holidays, you know, come officially. We'll have something from Konami that will be the most important thing to really give us the definitive experience. I got a lot of off-screen gameplay, but we didn't get like a lot of in-game 4K visual stuff, you know? Hold on. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it is what it is. It's gonna be a fun time. This game is incredible for those that are listening to me and like, why did he go on a tangent? This is one of the greatest games you'll ever play. It is so well made. I'll explain it like this. Like, somebody's asking me about Dragon Age. Dragon Age has like average. It's like when you go to eat, right? And you go get a pizza, and it's like, it's gonna be good. And there's good pizza out there. There's good stuff, but it's comfort food. It's like, oh, just have me a pizza and a steak and cheese. Then it's not necessarily like, oh, I'm getting a 5-star meal where every bite is like, oh, this is spectacular. That's the difference with games. You talk about Metal Gear, Snake Eater specifically, it is 100% like superior with gameplay, with storytelling, the pacing. You're dealing with a enemy base. You're invading that base. It's intense, and then the next moment you're trying to fight off alligators, getting through a swamp to kind of like pace the game, give you a moment of tranquility, then give you some intense moments, make you laugh after the intense moments, bring you to, some more. It's kind of like just a special masterpiece, game design wise, for anybody that's going to play it for the first time. Gameplay and for story. That's why I recommend it. And you know, even though I didn't want this remake, I'll be honest, I wanted the two original games. I believe this is the best one to introduce new fans with. If you ask me which game to show people, it would be Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. But Snake Eater isn't the one I would have remade. Just my personal opinion. He said, "We will see. Will we be seated for it?" Yeah, like I said, man, we'll see. I think in the end of the day, everybody has, you know, what they prefer, and like, I honestly, I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't pay attention to the noise. Like, there's gonna be people mad that some silly little thing, you know, his earpiece was on the left ear, not the right ear. Why would they do this? They ruined the game, and they're gonna nitpick, and it's like everything is wrong with the game. You know how that goes. And so for me, when a remake comes out, if I love the game already, it's just a bonus extra content. If it happens to be great, like Silent Hill was, or Resident Evil, then cool. If it isn't, guess what? I got the original. It's okay. That's how I feel about it. But that's just me. We'll see, man. We'll see. Before April 10th, that Metal Gear game will release. Mark my words. That's my last statement about Metal Gear.
Unari word for fire breather.
I'm skipping all these right now. Back to Dragon Age. I'm on a quick side quest to kind of build a bond with this character.
She got herself transferred to Kontar from Parvalan. Smuggled me there and then walked out.
I thought Kontar was well fortified. How did she escape with a child?
Lycune isn't a prison. People can leave if they want.
Shoot.
You little guys hungry?
Do you miss living under the Cune?
Not much to miss. I was a baby. My mother misses it. She was in Ashkari back then. A scholar.
Why'd she leave?
Me.
This is the first character I get to really engage with that has the same horn things as me. I don't know what they're called, but you know, the Rambo people.
Be careful.
Oh no, I've ruined my relationship, see?
Do with a fire breather like me.
Didn't even know that was going to happen.
She said they'd have me put in the Antam, use me as a berserker. The idea scared her enough that she left her library and walked away from the Cune.
See, so what just happened was, first time I fed them and it approved, and it helps build our bond, our friendship, me and this person, reputation or whatever. The second time I jumped on top of the birds, they flew away. She disapproved and got mad. And then now I'm going to actually feed them and not be a douche.
There you go. Come on. Over here's where I practice.
Why not on the beach?
The birds just ate. Scare them any more than you already did and they'll be crapping everywhere.
She's actually a dope character. She's like a badass.
What the crap is that?
The Antam must be marking their territory.
Not on my beach. Vashvatari. Come on. These banners need to burn.
Oh, wait. So they're teaching me how to use her. You can command these characters. You have more than one and you can basically have them do certain things.
Got it.
It's a pretty dope thing because you get two of them and you can basically throw different abilities, make someone put them on fire, make the other one explode.
Like that.
It's more like spitting.
It's a dope mechanic. It's like an
Something inside
extra
my throat
build
opens up and lets
within
stuff
your
mix
build.
together. Then there's this rush of heat as I roar it out.
I'm surprised it doesn't hurt your mouth to do that.
It can. One time my tongue got in the way. Got a mouthful of fire.
Ouch.
Didn't hurt much. My mother has to make food extra spicy so I can taste it.
I guess that's the trade-off for being a fire breather.
It's fine. I smell stuff better than most people.
An Antam supply cache. Too bad it's locked up.
Not for long. Watch.
Yo, Ghetto, what's cracking, brother? What we doing, man? Just listening to these side stories.
Through it.
Yep. Melt some metals, not all.
How'd you figure out which kinds of metals you could melt?
My mother said I went through a lot of spoons as a baby. This way.
More birds to feed?
Something like that.
What's everybody up to? Y'all all watching the Penguin show? Let me pause this, man. Let me just tell y'all something. Forget about this video game, bro. This game is trash next to the Penguin series. If you watch the Batman 2022, it's called the Batman 2022. It is a masterpiece of cinematography. It is better than most regular movies. It's that good. Cinematography wise, cinematically, it does. It's a masterpiece on its own. Then, as a Batman movie, it's also incredible. The only complaint you could say that it's long, but it's supposed to be long because it's more of a detective film. But that movie is incredible. Now they have a TV show called The Penguin with one of the villains, and this show, you don't have to watch the Batman to know what's going on, but it could help. But that show is so good. It's happening in an hour, by the way. I gotta watch it. I didn't even know it was happening. I just got on stream to play all night. I completely forgot. I settled in the house. I'm like, let me eat some real quick. Let me get this drink. And got on the game. And then all of a sudden I start the stream. And I realize, yo, 9 o'clock tonight. Next episode is happening. Let's go.
Karash, it's Tosh.
Better than Gotham.
Brought food.
Avatosh, it's good you came early. The feather clouds are getting lower. It's going to rain. Who is this with you?
This is Rook. He's a friend.
A friend. All right. Make sure you both dress for rain. Drip rain, not mist rain.
Nice to meet you.
And you.
Karash was a worker caste navigator. Got dragged along with the Antam when they invaded.
They told us it was ordered by the Qun. I was not taught war. I was taught the weather. Red clouds for thunder, gray clouds for rain, green clouds for the devouring storm, and black clouds for the Antam cannons. After what they did in Ventus, I ran away.
You need any help?
Is there anything you need? We saw that the Antam were in the area.
Yes. I knew some of them from the Dreadnought where I worked. I know places to hide. They did not see me.
Let me know if they give you trouble.
I am at peace, Avatosh. I have the clouds to watch and fish to eat.
More than just fish. Here you go. Shathan said to eat the fruit before it spoils.
I like the cookies better.
Everyone likes the cookies better.
I'll eat the fruit. Thank you, Avatosh.
Panahedan. I'll see you
Thank
soon.
you. Come again.
So, the Dragon Hunter has a softer side.
The Qun says you take care of people.
So, you're a little Kunari, a little Rivani, and a little dragon?
Yeah?
I get that.
Come on. I should tell my mother how Karash is doing. So how do you get it?
I left my old life behind to live in the necropolis with the Mornwatch. Then I had to leave that to help stop Solus. So you take what works from each part, right?
Yeah. I had to take Kunari language classes growing up. I had to learn how to tie these stupid knots. It wasn't so bad when the Kunari and Ravain were at peace. Now the Antam have broken from the Qun and started attacking. People look at me like they're scared I'll switch sides.
That's their loss. People who have only ever been one thing will never know how big the world is.
Yeah?
Like that. That's a dope quote.
Mother, what are you doing here?
You used to call me Tama.
I also used to wet the bed. Want me to start that up again?
I'd rather you didn't.
I'm gonna say, oh, relax. I will be.
You know what I meant.
She always did like the grumpy ones.
In truth, Evitash's tastes are quite varied, although it is uncommon for her to be attracted to men.
Mother.
Perhaps because in some ways, she acts more like a man herself.
Why are you here?
I came to ask Karash about the tablet your group recovered. I wondered if some of the symbols might be used among the Antam.
Be gentle. Don't make him talk about the war.
I see the wisdom of your suggestion. I also see that you used your fire again. Chakra Toebra.
Chakra Toebra.
Remember to keep your consonants crisp. Kunari do not slouch, and neither does our language. Panahadan, Evitash. You did well bringing Karash his food.
Sorry. She's like that.
Let's say forget her.
Don't let her ruin your mood. This was nice.
Yeah, it was.
She was a badass when I met her, by the way. She was like very, you know, untrustworthy, but real gangster with it. She was out there destroying some people when we bumped into her. Pretty intense character. And now she's being real sweet. That's a good thing. Little change. Been trying to get over there to this side of the damn island. I can't do it. Supposed to do to get over there, but come on, man. But yeah, somebody was asking about the Penguin. The Penguin show is better than the Gotham. The problem is Gotham had multiple seasons and it had like layer upon layer. This is one season. It's like trying to compare the Batman 2022, which is one film, versus the trilogy of Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan's trilogy is masterful, right? But can't compare them at the moment. We have to humble so they do a trilogy of themselves. You know what I mean? It's like trying to compare the Marvel cinematic 10-year run, 15-year run, whatever they've been on. I think it's been 15 years, right? 20 years? I don't even know. It's been too long. Comparing that to yeah, I got a fast travel over here. Comparing that to like some new thing that just came out that only had one movie. Can't do it. I'm trying to just do side missions, by the way, for everybody that's probably like, we're not doing main missions. We're just building our bonds with some of these characters. And I actually can't go down there right now. I have to go around. I think they might let me go this way. Right. We'll figure it out. But yeah, man, I think the Penguin show is so masterfully written. It hits hard. It's pretty insane. It's gonna be 9. That's when it comes out, but I'll probably stay on for a little while. Jess over here said, play the story. Not happening, Jay. Everybody watch on different platforms. I prefer you to come to YouTube. That's the #1 spot for me. As far as like building my brand, I want to kind of focus on YouTube in the near future. Of course, you got to be on every platform, but I prefer you on YouTube. You see me talking to people that's mostly on YouTube. Not ignoring the rest of you guys. Which way am I going? I'm going to try to go down here. Might have went the wrong way, but it's fine. I'm gonna go down here, go here, and then hopefully get in there. I'm trying to get to this guy.
Brooke to see your mom.
What? No, she just showed up.
Oh, this is cool. Wait, before we start. So I can pick...
Trying to be back.
Hold on a second. I was trying to explain this to somebody who's new to this game. So I can pick 2 companions with me, right? I got... Right now... I don't remember who I got. I think I got Trish and the mage. So I put them together, and every time you switch, like, see all these characters, these are your companions. Every time you put 2 different people together, they'll have different dialogues about different things. Some of them hate each other. They're working with you. They don't really agree with each other, and they kind of got little beefs, different factions. And you're getting lore. You're getting good conversations. Like, it's interesting at all times. You know what I mean? And you bring them with you to build their bonds with them, to have their abilities, like all of this stuff. For example, she can throw some lightning, and she has really cool arrow attack. He also heals me. And you go to another guy, and he has some poison that he can throw. Then you go to this character. She's doing some freeze, icing people up. And so you can use them as a part of your build. It's a play style. It's pretty sick. You'll see in a minute. I'll showcase it and talk about it. Show people about the game. I'm not selling y'all this game, man. Like I said, not for everybody. I don't think it's the greatest.
Even better.
And so check. Right here, I'm going to pause the game. And in here, I can tell her to throw this fireball. Or I can tell him to, see right here, do a war cry to distract them for me. Whatever I want, right? Different abilities from these 2 characters that I brought out with me. And then, let's go with this one. See what happens. Put that on her, and then I could even just make this guy do this. And I don't have to be in this slow motion, but I'm doing it right now just so you guys can see. Then watch this. I am going to throw this at him. Ready? So all that's going to happen at one shot. Yeah, everybody did their little strikes. So you can, if you get really good at just doing it on the fly, you don't have to pause it like that. You can do it on the fly. And just makes things easy. You can command them to do stuff like this right here. So that's where the combat is interesting.
Let's see if it works.
Trying to figure this out over here. This ball keeps flying everywhere. Over here. Where did it go? Right here?
All right.
I don't know what I'm doing. It's like a puzzle in this joint. Come on, girl. There it goes. You got it. What else?
I'm on it.
It would be sick if I could watch the show on stream. We could all watch it together. It ain't gonna happen, but... Alright, let's see what this does.
Let's see if we can figure this out.
Hey. Anybody got this figured out? Oh, look at this.
Gotcha.
Let's try this again.
I'm doing it wrong. Okay, hold on. So there's one right here. Another one right here. Another one right here. And one back there. When I activate this, gotta follow the balls, alright? Alright, that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, let's figure it out. You ready? Goes there. Where's it go? Goes over there to that one first. Second. Okay. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Okay. Okay, let's try it. I think I can get it. First, I assume. First. Second. Wait.
Yep.
Third.
Tosh, see what you can do.
Fourth. First time I did a puzzle like this. We'll see. If I get it right, it's what it is, man.
Yep.
Fifth. There it is. Come on. Now it's going somewhere else. Did it! I did it! Let's go.
For us? Thanks.
Appreciate you. Now where does this go? Interesting. We have one right here. Yo, Cliff, what's cracking, man? I'm trying to find where to put this. I'm gonna leave. Oh, don't leave. Don't leave. Let me find where I'm supposed to put it. Where I get it. And it might be in here or something. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. How am I liking the game so far? It's alright, man. It's like a solid 8 for me. I'm 20 hours in or something like that. Combat is decent. Story's okay. Level design and stuff is pretty good. I'm not like wowed. You know, like I'm one of those guys. I play so many games. I don't focus on getting game of the year every single game. It's a good game and I have fun enjoying it. I'm cool with that. It's like when you buy a sports game, you don't expect it to be the game of the year. Well, at least not for me. When I play a sports game and I'm like, oh, this is the game of the year. Nah. I enjoy it.
What? No, she just showed up.
Awkward. You're trying to be badass for the boss and save the world, and there's Mom.
Correcting your posture.
And how I pronounce words.
Even better.
Stupid. Whatever.
You see right there? That's the dialogue, the cool little dialogue in the background where they just have a little conversation. But security guy, like I said, it's not like it's on some, oh, this is the game of the year for me. It's kind of like, hey, it's a decent game. Maybe top 10 of the year, maybe. But until I finish it, we'll find out. It's in the top 20. You know, top 20 games. I play like 50 to 100 games a year. All the biggest ones and then like the minor ones. So this dude Cliff always talking about Dark Souls 3 all the time. Obsessed. How much they paying you to say that, man? Damn, Daniel. Hold on, let me look at this map. I'm in the wrong area anyways. Just go up here. See what's cracking. I've been going the wrong way. Yeah, nice. I don't got the budget for that. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Wait, is this the right way? Is that? Let's do it. Yeah, I mean, I got a list of games that I would say you should get before you get this game. Give me a second. I'll put it up on the chat for you guys. Oh my goodness. Here we go. I did all this for nothing, bro. Oh my god. I did all this for nothing, bro. I just went in a circle. was trying to get up there. Clearly I did not. Hey, look, maybe I do. There it goes. I got the fast travel spot. That's all that matters. Now if I want to come back, I should fast travel. Yeah. But yeah, let me look it up on my computer. I'm gonna show y'all what it is, what it do, what it be. Let's do it. Alright, I made a list the other day. This is how I feel. These are some of the biggest games of the year. And some of the best games. I'll start off by saying, before I talk about game of the year, your favorite game isn't the game of the year. Sorry to break it to you. Most of the time, your favorite game isn't the game of the year. But you think it is, so you'll say whatever game you think is the game of the year because it's your favorite. It's your favorite. It isn't the greatest. It isn't the best. Sorry. Just reality check. Hey, I think I'm going the right way now. I did all this running around for no reason. Let me read this. So here goes my list. I'm going to post it out into the chat and I'll explain it too. So pretty straightforward list. First of all, my favorite game that I don't have as game of the year is Rise of the Ronin. Rise of the Ronin is the most fun game I played. The combat is spectacular. Just top tier. It's just an open world game that's like, I'm used to those kind of open world games. It gave me everything I wanted. A lot of great combat, a lot of great boss fights. Fun time. Wasn't the greatest story, but it wasn't a bad story. Y'all could see 100% of it. 200 hours on this thing. Love this game. After that, we can talk about games of the year. Not my favorite, which was this one, where you got Black Myth Wukong, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Stellar Blade, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Astrobot. Those are the top games, in my opinion. Then you got Remake of the Year, Silent Hill 2, DLC of the Year, Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree. Popular games like a Dragon, Dragon Age 2, Helldivers, Warhammer Space Marine 2, Dragon Age. I already have that in there. Say the game twice. Wrong with me. I'm wrong with my list. Those are some of the biggest games. You said Black Myth can get Game of the Year, but the thing is that it's political, man. For the voting systems, like, it's very political, dude. Unfortunately, dudes is straight up political. So you got the Game Awards, and I love Jeff Keighley, man. He's a great guy. He's always been good to me. We had some nice talks about gaming and his career, and I've had conversations with him. But it's not his fault either. It's the people behind the scenes. They're gonna vote with the politics behind it. That's where it's unfortunate. You said Game of the Year is Crow Country? What the heck is that, bro? Is that a game? He's probably being honest. Apache. What game is that? Oh, man. He said, only play Elden Ring. I could dig it. Ain't even mad at you about that. Hey, security guy, your internet's being bad. My bad, brother. My bad, brother. Well, it's not my bad. It's Comcast probably, right? I'm going to go to Google Crow game. I don't know if I want to look this up. Am I going to start getting spammed with some nonsense? Crow game. Let's see. 20% off. These guys are promoting. The year is 1990. It's been 2 years since the mysterious disappearance of Edward Crow. I actually don't even know this game. It's my first time hearing about it, man. It looks absolutely ridiculous. Looks like my nephew made this. Well detailed. They have some interesting, like, weird stuff happening. The horror game? What the heck is going on in here? It's overwhelmingly positive. 3,000 people voted. That's ridiculous. Apache recommended some. That's interesting. I know you're probably joking, but it's interesting that it's like a really indie game, but you can tell they put some heart and soul into it. Let's take a look real quick. Y'all want to see this silliness? This is what he was recommended. It has a lot of little gimmicks in it. Like, just watch it from the beginning. You know, I hardly get to play a lot of indie games all the time. I play a good sprinkle of like 10 to 20 indie games a year. Not tried this one. Never heard of it. But you can see they put details in some of this stuff. Oh, man. There goes the Sahara. That's funny. Yeah, I probably wouldn't play it. Probably wouldn't play it. Probably not. But yeah, we'll see who wins, man. Like I said, I don't really care anymore. I got to that point with the awards. You know, there's a million different companies. It's not one company that's the right answer. Like, oh, the Game Awards gave it to this company. IGN gave it to the other guys. You know, GameSpot did this. Everybody got their opinions. In the end of the day, just play what you enjoy. If it wins Game of the Year, it doesn't mean that's for you. You know? Baldur's Gate 3. I played like 2 hours and I was done. I'm like, I'm all set with this game. I'm not playing this. And it's not no hate on the game, by the way. Like, hey, probably one of the most best designed games, right? Let's see. I don't know. That's what people say. But for me, it wasn't for me.
Let's see if we can figure this out.
Wait, there's another puzzle in here. I got me doing puzzles right now. I'm just gonna go to this guy because I want to finish this quest. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 just wasn't for me, man. That don't mean it's bad. That's what I was trying to explain about opinions. Honestly, depends. Go. Oh wait, there's some enemies over here. I just try to spam my arrows, see what happens. Ooh, slow hit me. Come on, big boy. Oh.
One for us.
I'm at level 30. I really want to upgrade. I want to work on my build in a minute. All right, here we go. Let's do this quest. Again, this is another companion quest RPG. You're just like getting to know the person, working with them, helping them with whatever, so you can build a better bond. so they can unlock their skill tree. They can have better abilities. They can work better with you. And then if you don't work with them, you just beat the story. Then basically, like for example, I'll just show my companions real quick. All these actually, seven companions, they might not show up at the end. I don't know. I have not beat it, but if you don't do everything with them and you don't work with them, they might not show up at the end. They might not be part of your storyline. Just won't be strong enough. I don't know what could happen. So as you can see, like all my guys are like level 4, level 3, level 5. Pretty high up there. Spread out. I'm not overloading one person too much. But yeah. All right, y'all, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab something real quick. I'm gonna be right back. Leave in the chat, what is your game of the year? I don't care, by the way. Like, I ain't here worried about anybody. I don't even care about my own. Like I told y'all, my favorite game this year isn't the game of the year, but I love it. Get me? So share that while I come back. He said Alan Wake's DLC. Come on, man. That's what we doing right now? Game of the year? Okay. All right. If you say so. All right, let's go do this mission, folks. Wish me luck. Let's get it. This guy's very interesting. Like a little
Thank you again
wizard.
for coming. It'll be good to perform the rites of remembrance with another watcher. Excellent. Manfred found his way down. Very good, Manfred.
He sounds excited.
I thought we'd start the rites here. A tableau of the dead, commissioned 173 years ago.
I remember this. A visiting Orlesian mage called it the most macabre thing he'd ever seen.
Orlesians. Fabulous artists, but no eye for the long run. These lives were flickers against the ages, precious, fragile, and finite. Now they serve as a warning. Don't linger overlong in the gloom. Live with grace and fervor while you may.
Finally, I agree.
It's good to hear another watcher say that.
It's a common lesson.
I like that you're not so grim about it.
That one's livelier. Here. Who were you when you breathed above?
This body was a tailor's, a mother's. She laughed and taught and wove the robes kings wore when they were crowned.
Someone must realign her thoracic vertebrae. I hope the novices are inspecting the displays.
being a watcher of the Grand Necropolis should come with standards.
I remember it being better kept in my day. Doubtlessly just the comforting murk of time.
You could ask someone down here if it's true.
There's a thought.
Time to light the candles?
If you would.
Been a while since I paid homage to our dead.
Okay.
Would you care to light the candle, Rook?
A bunch of silly stuff, guys. Not really anything dramatic
Look
or
at
interesting.
this. The last tomb of the Tannhausens. A very influential family in the Storm Age.
We broke the bones of dragons.
A posthumous motto. Their last heir met his match against a Highland Ravager.
Death by dragon? I'm surprised there was enough to bury.
Do you know, I never expected that the door we found back in the Vault of the Beloved would lead here.
Oh, right. They used to be higher. Did the necropolis shuffle around its rooms again?
It did. We'll have some work ahead, leading people here on the days of public mourning. Could you light the next candle?
To think I was gonna play story today.
Ah, one of my favorite flowers. A variegated weeping widower.
You know your plants.
Alchemy is my hobby. It's a break from teaching spirit calling and theoretical applied metaphysics.
That's some advanced necromancy.
Well, feel free to browse my books in the lighthouse. I just found a wonderful work on chronological transection in the Fade. This way, Rook.
That bell did its job. Not a trace of despair demons. I mean, spirits.
Check this out. Rock, paper,
Visiting
scissors.
your fellow undead, man?
Oh no, forget it. Go on.
You'll need to light these candles as well.
Side mission. Trying to build the bond with this guy. Got to deal with
Your
candles.
rounds to the final day, companion of all the ages.
You still have the old ritual memorized?
Like I said, a watcher should have some standards.
The spirits gather. Only a few more candles. Follow me.
Gonna be some drama, hopefully. I'm into the action. Oh look, I got one of these.
Ah, look here.
Greetings to the dead and undying.
I think it might be welcoming you home. We're also enjoying the gardens, but we've one last ritual ahead. On your way, my friend.
Carry on.
Spirits really are your specialty.
I've always had a rapport with them. Even as a child, they were my companions.
After you started training here?
After I was orphaned.
Oh.
A collapsed building, swift deaths. After the funeral, the Watchers took me in.
Belated condolences, if that's worth anything.
Always. We move on, as we must, but those long nights linger about the shadows.
How did you deal with it?
I didn't. When I first arrived here, I was terrified.
And you still join the Watchers?
They're what saved me. Come, the next set of graves lies ahead.
Just as if I'm getting a PlayStation 5 Pro. Come on, man. Probably not. Gotta hit the lotto for that.
Please, light the next candles if you would.
There's extra money, sure. If somebody gets it for me, sure.
There's much
I
to
told y'all, I
recommend
don't think it's a
about the rhythm of the
must-have.
ceremony. It
You have a
eases out
PlayStation
the worst
5.
hours. As a boy, the Watcher's rituals were exactly what I needed to steady my days with purpose.
If our necropolis teaches us anything, it's to face life and death.
I was grateful for it, Rook. Immensely. All this pageantry, this magnificent gloom and its rites. I ask you, Rook, what is it for?
Let no watcher forget that our greatest treasury is our dead.
Yes, exactly, exactly. This place is an abundance of history, of magic, of memories. The Watchers preserve it so the living may draw comfort from those who've gone before. We must get to the candle, please, Manfred.
I've resurrected simple undead before, but I have never seen a wisp animate a corpse so smoothly.
He's taken remarkably well to having a body, haven't you, Manfred? Here are the last candles you'll need to light. Once you're ready, we'll need to ring the bell.
Yeah, finally. Took 10 hours. Mission feels like it's long. Should have just played the story. Just want to make sure I get them leveled up.
Let the rites be acknowledged. Our bonds seen and sealed.
We honor the listening spirits.
Hail from the abyss.
We witness, good watchers, faith kept in all our paths.
It's been a while since I saw greater spirits of the necropolis.
Those two in particular are amongst our oldest friends. We'll need to ring the bell once more to close out the departing ceremony.
So, you were really afraid of this place as a child?
It wasn't the necropolis itself, but what was draped around it. Have you ever been frightened by the thought of dying, Rook?
Hasn't everyone from time to time?
When I was younger, it happened more often than that. That's when I discovered I possess a great terror of dying. It goes beyond dread. Can't be reasoned with or soothed over. It comes without warning. In the dead of night, in sunlit streets, a raw, strangling fear struck somewhere deep past the heart.
That's an issue for a necromancer.
Oddly, I discovered I wasn't alone. I debated this fear with friends. I argued with teachers. Yet, it lingered. Manfred's right. That's maudlin enough. There are struggles, but a watcher should always find peace amongst the graves. And what sort of homecoming would this be for you if we didn't end with some light refreshment?
Okay. Trying to get as
Did
much
you
rep
set
as I
all
could
this
off these
up?
guys. We're gonna skip this real quick. Dude, we did it. Building up my reputations. This one felt a little bit like, it's interesting what he was talking about with his heritage, and I was trying to get it done. I'm actually wanting to watch this Penguin show. I'm debating on staying on stream and just chatting with y'all while I watch it. But I don't think nobody else is watching this series. So, plus that wasn't the game plan. Might get back on right after. It's gonna be like an hour long, or less than an hour long, episode. So I'm just gonna pop it on, watch it, then probably start the stream again. Play the game, actually play the story. But I didn't expect for new side quests to come out. Anytime there's companion missions, I'm doing those first. You know how to play RPG games, you always do the companion ones because you don't know if you go along the story, it'll expire and you won't be able to do those missions again. So I don't take no chances, basically. No chance. So we're gonna go. Fortunately, it's just literally an hour and 50-minute stream. I didn't even do much, just mostly talk. I'll be back in an hour. Kind of weird, but yeah, I'm gonna go watch the show and probably get back on. If I don't get back on, that means I just decided to freaking watch the Batman movie again. Which I don't think is gonna happen, man. But it's gonna be a crazy episode. This is like right before the season finale. There's one more episode in this series. It's getting crazy. So I'm really hyped about that. So apologies for anybody that's been vibing and chilling and lurking and enjoying. I hope y'all you have a good time. You enjoyed a little bit. I like the conversations, man. Every time we get on here, y'all could just bring up dope stuff, video games you love, games in general. You know what I mean? Like, it's always a good topic. I jump on streams as a way to entertain myself. So that sounds selfish because it is, but I stream because it's fun. I'm serving you guys by entertaining you, but it's also entertaining me. So bringing up dope topics, games, you know what I mean? Different people popping up. Had Jess in here, which is a rarity. Ghetto, regular. Cliff is turned into a regular. Dev is turned into a regular. Cloudy Chip came through for a little bit. He just got back from Spain. Got to talk to him about his trip. Gets time. And we had what was his name? Achi, and what is his co-worker's name? Something about Days. Storm, the freaking Dragon Age fanatic. I'm literally looking at some of that. Everybody else on Facebook and like all other platforms, thank y'all for coming. We appreciate you. Come over to YouTube or Twitch, man. That's where I want everybody to just tunnel in. Okay? Bless up. Hit me up. I'll catch y'all on that next one. I'm gonna go ahead and watch this episode. I'll stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves.